Sophia Grace and Rosie are the adorable kid cousins whose big break came when they nailed a cover of Nicki Minaj's Super Bass on the Ellen DeGeneres Show in 2011. They went viral, became regulars on the talk show, and are now a popular part of the press corps on red carpets. The pair is like a pint-sized, G-rated Joan and Melissa Rivers. Their endearing British accents and childhood innocence make celebrities want to talk to them.
Oh, I like my crown.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Though this duo is sincerely delightful, age has a funny way of taking its toll on child stars. We're a little worried about their futures, and here's why. What happens when they're old enough to ridicule? At this point, you've got to be a real sourpuss to make fun of Sophia Grace and Rosie. The hoopla that surrounds these two has been wholesome and light, nothing like the spectacle of other reality star munchkins like, say, the Toddlers and Tiaras kids. The latter feels like rubbernecking. The former gives us warm fuzzies. Sophia Grace and Rosie, who will turn 14 and 11 respectively in 2017, behave like age-appropriate Disney princesses. They're outgoing but polite, privileged yet grateful, and when they say wickedly clever things in those darling British accents, they seem sincere. Bottom line, if you've got a problem with them, you've got the problem. But there will come a day in the not-so-distant future when the little ladies will become fair game for the fashion police, the romance trolls, and the Weight Watchers. The meme machine will activate and it will show no mercy. YouTube already has some nasty mockumentaries about the girls as grown-ups, so who knows whether the future will be cruel or kind to these kiddos. From super fans to super freaks. When you're a kid, you can idolize and imitate your favorite pop stars, and they might actually ask to meet you. Only children can screech celebs' names, cling to their designer gowns, or ask pointed questions about crushes. When you're an adult, that kind of obsession will earn you a restraining order. During red carpet interviews, Sophia Grace and Rosie have convinced Adam Levine to wear a tiara, accepted custom chains from LL Cool J, and even convinced model Gigi Hadid to gorge on a Skittle. At award shows, it's the celebrities who clamor to meet them, but the clock is ticking on this magic window of cooing and coddling. As the girls age, their overzealous karaoke act could shift from precious to pathetic. Can a grown-up duo like them remain earnest, fun, and likable to the A-list? Maybe, maybe not. Teen angst. During the tumultuous teenage years, youngsters strive to develop a sense of self and gain perspective on their place in the world. They also contend with the end results of their genetic blueprints. It's a messy, awkward, emotional process, and for child celebrities, it can be dangerously skewed. As red carpet regulars, Sophia Grace and Rosie are soaking up a glitzy scene that worships hair, makeup, cleavage, and camera flashes. There's something disconcerting about watching prepubescent kids interview scantily clad stars. As Sophia Grace and Rosie hit puberty, how will the superficial pressures of Hollywood affect their self-esteem? What if they morph into self-absorbed Kardashian-esque caricatures? Will they recognize there's more to life, more to them, than tutus and tiaras?
Excuse us, sir. The princesses are expecting us. He's good.
Conscious uncoupling. In their first brush with fame, Nicki Minaj called the blonde Rosie a hype girl, which was a really polite way to describe her sidekick status to Sophia Grace. She's the bombastic singer, dancer, and vlogger, and until recently, Rosie rarely even spoke, much less performed. That dynamic has been a non-issue to date, but as the girls mature, their personalities are destined to evolve. The duo is currently building a marketing empire that includes original movies, books, and dolls, and the whole thing feels a bit like the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen enterprise. But keep in mind that Sophia Grace and Rosie aren't twins. They're cousins, meaning even if the little girls remain inseparable, two sets of parents are steering the ship. Will they keep the band together or politely part ways? Breakup rumors began circulating in 2015 after Sophia Grace released an original music video called Best Friends. That conspicuously did not include Rosie among its bed-jumping, Kmart shopping, catwalking squad of preteens. Are their 15 minutes already up? A few years ago, it seemed you couldn't go a day without hearing about or watching a video starring Sophia Grace and Rosie, but these days we rarely hear from them.
Are we lost? Maybe we took too many left.
Such is the fickle, awful truth of Hollywood's attention span. On the one hand, that's probably good for the youngsters, who can benefit from the chance to grow up outside the bright lights of Hollywood. On the other, if they're looking to actually make it in La La Land, the fact that people appear to have lost a bit of interest in them doesn't bode well for their chances at career longevity. But who knows? Maybe that magic duck will come along again to help keep these cool baby chicks afloat. Let's hope so. Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.